Hey guys, happy Mondays. Where are we at on this thing? I know everybody's excited. We're ready to see some color. So we're at that stage where there's many steps that got to get done back to back to back to back, and so I'm really taking a look at my procedures and how I'm going to lay all this out. So right now we got some bare metal here on the rockers and on the bottom of the door. That one's already done on the bottom of the door, but we didn't get the rocker. There was rust here and the bottom of the doors were rusty, so that's all cleaned up now. I went through Friday or into last week and I scuffed and scotch-brighted everything all the way around and got all these doors cleaned up. So everything's ready for coatings now. Inside here is ready for seam sealer. So the way this is going to go, this is going to be bed liner, but we're going to bring the bed liner out over the rocker so that way the paint doesn't get knocked off with your boots when you're coming in and out. We're saving this paint so that when the door's closed, we have factory paint, but under it is going to get the rust fixed, and then the door jambs are going to get painted. So the way we got to do this is today I got to go through and I'm going to encapsulate everything, which means I'm going to mask this opening about up to there, straight across both sides, and then I got to mask this door all the way around to save this paint. We're going to encapsulate like the tailgate and everything else that we've done. We're going to do that across the bottom of the door and this rocker panel to kill all that rust. Got all the scale off of it. You can see it's just lightly pitted still, so that'll take care of the rust. Once the rust is done, we've taken and peeled all the seam sealer out of this thing, so now we need to go back and we need to seam seal. So floor's ready for seam sealer. Once I get encapsulation on the rocker panels, I can seam seal up the door jamb all the way around, clean it, and it's ready to be painted. Same thing with the door jambs. I can run my seam sealer in the door jambs, and then that'll be all ready to go. Firewall has been seam sealed and encapsulated, and it's done. So we need to cover all this up, and then we're going to mask right here on this edge, and we're going to paint this when we paint the door jambs, so that this here is painted blue, and we can put all of our other parts that are done and under here. We can start putting those back together. So the other thing that I'm going to do when I encapsulate this stuff is I'm going to encapsulate the bottom of the hood. I'll let all this stuff fully dry and fully cure. I'll come back and I'll seam seal that, scotch-brite everything we need to, and get it ready for painting the door jambs, and we'll paint the bottom of this hood. So the bottom of the hood will be encapsulated. Then the next day we'll paint it base clear. Same thing within there. We'll go encapsulation, seam seal, base clear. Once the base clear is all set up, then we can peel all the masking off of that, peel all the masking off of this. This will also get painted blue with the jambs and the hood. So then this will all get peeled off, and then we'll be ready to put the hood, the inner fenders, the bracket for the inner fenders bolts on here. That's why we got to paint this first. Hood hinges, and we can put the hood on. I don't think that I'm going to put the fenders on. I think I might spray those loose because they got some complex bends down in here, and I'm afraid that if I do them in two steps that it'll look funny with a line here. And I'm afraid if I don't do it, well, if I do it in one step and the fenders are on the rig, that I won't get paint into the bottom corners where I need to. So I'm kind of leaning towards doing those loose, but putting the hood and the front clip, core support, all that stuff on, so it kind of looks like a truck when we paint it. And then we would just have 1, 2, 3, 4 loose pieces, the bed, 5 tailgate, and then the truck itself. So the moral of the story is that we're firmly in process, and we just got to take our time and make sure that we're putting these coatings on in the appropriate stages, and we're looking at the technical data sheets to find out how each thing needs to be top coated. This is a big chemistry set, so if we don't do these coatings right, something will lift. And that's in fact what a lot of the people have a hard time with, is when they start throwing different product lines on top of each other, they're not paying attention to the technical data sheets and making sure it's all going to hold up. So we're doing that this morning, getting ourselves set up, and hopefully by the end of the day today I'll get the encapsulation done, and I'll be ready to seam seal in the morning. Clean it, seam seal it, mask it, and then maybe tomorrow we can spray some blue paint. And then by the end of the week we'll be looking at bed liner here, and no, we can't do the bed liner until we paint the whole truck on the bed. So bed liner here, paint, close it up, put some stuff together, and then get ready to paint everything. So. We're in super good shape. I appreciate everybody checking in on me. We've been getting back into the motion of events. If you guys are followers and you guys are local, make sure to come out tonight to the Starduster Cafe. We'd love to see you. We're trying to get the community back together and just kind of have some FaceTime with everybody, and you know how we do. So anyway, I'd love to see you guys out there. I appreciate you guys watching and following, and checking in on me. It means the world to me. But anyway, Monday night meetups tonight. Stay tuned for the F250 Highboy. We're getting ready to paint it, and then hopefully, I told the next batch of guys under 30 days I should have the next one coming in for you guys. So anyway, appreciate you guys. I'm gonna reach out to individuals here shortly, and we'll just keep on keeping on. Thanks, guys. Have a good week. Take care.